single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day.
Well, fam, welcome back to my channel. It's time for your mental tea of the day, so let's get right into it. So today I'm coming to you from my bed. I really didn't feel like recording in like my little spot that I made over there, but today I'm coming to you from the bed. I'm in my feelings. Why not be in the bed, right? So today we're gonna be talking about depression and kind of like where I'm at with it, and hopefully like after we discuss and people just kind of hear where I'm coming from, someone can relate to me, because I need someone to feel me out there. So if you don't know what depression is, or if you don't know how it's defined or what it means, depression, defined by the National Institute of Mental Health, is defined as a common or serious mood disorder. It causes severe symptoms that affect how you feel, think, handle daily activities such as sleeping, eating, or working. To be diagnosed with depression, the symptoms must be present for at least 2 weeks. So that's basically depression. I know that I read that kind of slow, but that's basically what depression is, and it's something that I'm struggling with right now. And this isn't just like, I would like to throw out and put it out there that this isn't something that I just told myself. Like, I told myself I'm depressed and I'm just considering myself depressed. Like, no, I went to a mental health professional, and I got diagnosed with this. So this is not just me saying, oh, I'm having a bad day and I'm depressed. Like, no, this is coming from a serious and clinical source. Oh my gosh, Siri thinks I'm talking to her.
Did you accidentally?
No. Yep, it was an accident, sweetie. So I just want people to take that in before just, being like, oh, I must be depressed too. Like, no. Get someone professional to tell you that, because a lot of people misuse the word having a bad day, I'm depressed, or I'm at school and they didn't make the lunch I wanted to make, I'm depressed, like stuff like that. Like, people really misuse the words, so you gotta like know for sure. And so being that I recently was diagnosed with this, it's not surprising just because of how I've been feeling, but a lot of people, like I said, misuse these words. So to actually be struggling with depression and feeling this like overcome of like sadness is like a real thing. It's really real, and it feels super surreal for me at the same time while feeling real. It feels like, I always got my head up, being not always that positive, but just like, I've been through some shit, so I can like keep a positive head about certain things, and I can keep, my head held high. But here lately, I just haven't been able to like hold it up that high. I've just been a little upset and sad with everything that's going on. So like in my last video, I told you that I was going to therapy, and I did, but that is still in the works because my therapist that I first had passed more recently. And with that being said, I had to find a new therapist. And you know what's the most craziest thing about that, besides her unexpectedly passing, may she rest in peace, is the fact that I haven't heard from anybody, whether it be family members or like a professional board of some sort. Like, I haven't heard from anybody, and it's just kind of weird. I mean, she was her own business and her own practice and everything, but still, like, no one has said anything to me. But okay, like, I found out that she passed on Psychology Today, because that's where I found her. And then I kind of went back on there to show her to a friend, to show her like, this is my therapist, and then it just kind of read her life away, and just, said she unexpectedly passed. And I was just kind of like, gosh, like, that's just like insane to find out that way. So I'm back on the hunt for a new therapist. Finding one is just so hard, because you have to find someone that you just like, and someone that's gonna feel you, and someone that isn't like impatient, or someone who doesn't feel judgy. Like, you don't want to be in a room where you're at your most vulnerable point in life, and you're just like, and they're kind of looking at you like, now I see why you went here. Like, it's like the last thing you need, because you're here to get help. So that's like my biggest thing with being vulnerable, because I'm a crier, and basically with everything I need to talk about, I'm going to shed tier to everything. And I think my fear is being that vulnerable and, you know, someone already being judgy, because it's like, bruh, I'm already blowing out all this snot, crying all these tears, and then you're gonna look at me like in disgust. Like, it's like the last thing you need. So finding a therapist that you like and you can like relate to is so important. And that's why I was like, I didn't have that many meetings with her. Like, I had like one, like legitimately like a meeting with her, and so I wasn't like able to tell if I could fill her out that great. But she was really cool. I mean, you know, she was all cool. I was fine with her, you know, as far as I met her. So finding someone is going to be like pretty interesting. So I've contacted a few, haven't heard back. I am feeling kind of discouraged just because I just feel like I'm trying to take a big girl step by going therapy, getting help, but I feel like with things that I feel like that have been holding me back for so long, and then that happens. But I'm trying to keep, you know, positive and, you know, not make it about me, because that's definitely all about her. Like, she just lost her life, and, you know, out of nowhere. It's not like she was, I don't think she was sick. It's not like she was sick, and some, you know, you kind of saw it coming. Not saying that it's less sad, but you can kind of build it up. No, so it's definitely all about her. I don't want to make it about me, like, oh, I'm the reason, you know, I have a hoax on me. Like, no, I don't want to make it I don't want to think like that. Like, it's definitely an unfortunate thing that happens, but maybe it just wasn't meant to be. And I now find a new therapist, maybe someone I'll relate to more, one that will have another type of skills or another type of point of view that I need to see things from, which is great. And I'm looking forward to finding one. And so, like I told you in my last video, I'm going to go visit my mom and kind of meet her again, and that's gonna be interesting, because, you know, with all of her own like mental struggles and things like that. And my biggest thing was I wanted to have this therapist and have a little bit of time with them before I went, just because I wanted someone to kind of talk to and get some things off my chest kind of before I go down there. I think some people think that, you know, oh, well, you know, oh, you're going to go visit your mom and, you know, you're going to go meet her again like that. Like, it's a little deeper than that, because this is a woman who's been stuck in a state of like needing help for a very long time with her mental. So it's like basically having to bring her back to society, and it's like taking care of someone. So basically, I'm her advocate as far as getting her some help. I'm the only one who's going to be able to like force her hand legally. You know, we have plenty of family members and things like that, but she's grown, they're grown, they can't force another grown woman to do anything. So if I'm like the next best close blood thing, she's not married or anything, so I'm going down there to basically, you know, help my mommy out. So I just want to talk to somebody, because that's a lot, you know, that's a lot I'd be taking on, and, you know, things like that. Not saying I'm taking all by myself. Of course, my great family members are going to be here to help me every step of the way. It's definitely going to take a village, but that's a lot to take in either way. So I really wanted to talk to a therapist before I went, just to kind of maybe clear my head of a couple of things. But yeah, hopefully I do, but because I'm going at the end of the month, beginning of April, so hopefully I can find one. If I do, I'm gonna totally tell you guys, because I'll be so excited. I'm like literally the only person I've ever known to be excited for therapy. But either way, I'm excited because I'm so ready to get things that have been on my chest for so long off. And honestly, the only way to move past things is to speak on them. Like that time that you call your homegirl or your homeboy up to vent, and you vent for like an hour and a half, that's really like you detoxing yourself of this energy and things like that. So that's something I just really wanted to do, so I can change my mindset and how I think and how I move. And sometimes I do feel like I have problems with like self-destructing, not like completely like fall apart, but like have been put in a good situation and I find a way to ruin it. Like not completely ruin it, but you know, kind of find a way to ruin it. I know I probably just confused you, but yeah, so hopefully when I talk to we can just start the process of getting through all my skeletons in my closet. But I'm just so nervous, guys. I'm just nervous to be that vulnerable in front of somebody, but I'm like, hell, you about to take all these tears. I need some help. So I want everyone out there, anyone who's watching, just to always feel this open about therapy or getting some help. It's never anything wrong. I think it takes is finding the right person and finding what works best for you. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I went to therapy and nothing worked for me and I couldn't relate, and it all just a whole bunch of BS. But a lot of times I've had people really say, and I've heard people be like, therapy didn't start working till I actually apply what I learned in therapy. And honestly, you have to be able to know the part that you play and why things aren't helping or working out in that way. So if that is your fear and your stigma or whatever, that you feel like you can't do therapy, I just wish you changed that mindset, because I feel like, and this is coming from someone who hasn't been in that much therapy before, and I just want to talk, and I'm going to talk to you guys, and I'm going to talk to everyone, just because I know it's someone out there that relates. Like, it's someone out there that relates, and they know where I'm coming from. So, and I know everyone can relate to depression, because depression is something that I feel like that lives within all of us. Like, it's something that we all could at any point in time struggle with, because of the chemicals in your brain and everything. So I feel like at any point in time we all could struggle with it, but it's how you struggle and how you move past it. Me right now, I cannot even sit here and say how I get through it, because I honestly and seriously do have my bad days. I have days where I'm in the bed all day and I don't feel that great, and I do cry or things like that. But then I have my days where I'm like, girl, shake it off. You gotta keep moving. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta pay rent. You gotta do things like that. So you gotta keep moving. And so once I saw myself becoming a little less productive, a little bit more inch, that's when I decided to get some help, because the last thing I want to do is just be antisocial and bedridden over just being sad and depressed, with things like that. So that's why I went and reached out and get therapy, because I don't even like being as sad as it's sad and depressed as I am. It's really an annoying feeling that you really feel like that you just can't fight. But I'm taking the steps to definitely fight it, and I hate feeling like this. It sucks, but it gets the best of us. We're fine. You'll be okay. You're doing great, sweetie. We're gonna move past it. It's just if you choose to stay stuck, if you choose to let it overcome you, that's when it's so I'm making the conscious decision to not let it get me. And here I come, therapy. Because I don't want to ever say that I will never be depressed again, but I don't like this feeling and I don't want to be here. So if I can find steps and find ways to not be here anymore and to prevent it from any other time or any other experience that I have in my life, I'm putting in the damn work, okay? So I'm gonna wrap up today's episode with this. I'm so glad that I was able to talk through this whole thing with no tears. I'm very shocked. So that means you need to watch it, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? I hate y'all with no tears. Dry eyes. Okay, so next episode, hopefully I will be talking, when I come back, I will be talking not about my therapy session, of course, not what we discussed, but just my point of view on things. And hopefully I can tell you guys that I got a therapist, and hopefully soon I want to start doing talks and doing discussions for millennials, and how we just change. I feel like we're just so different from our elders and even the kids, and then like kids under us. So I just really want to like talk about it, talk about different things from a millennial point of view. I'm bringing that to you next. I will promise not to stay this long again. I'm gonna try to fight the funk that I'm in, and hopefully within the next week or two I will be attending therapy regularly. So until next episode, let me know what your mental status of the day is. My mental status of today is actually, it's okay. It's okay. I would say it's okay. It's better than some days. It's definitely better than some days. I was happy than usual, perky, and was able to come and give you guys an episode, and I will be right back with it. I'm feeling a little bit better. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next episode. Thanks, guys.